Hey guys, what's going on today? Now, we've been talking about tools for a while now, for the past couple of episodes anyway. And I figured, why don't we just run down what I carry in this toolbox? That toolbox goes right in the Mustang. Everywhere I go, that's my EDC everyday carry toolbox, right? Whenever I got the project car out. So, I'm just going to run down exactly what I got in it. Well, why don't we just start up top here, because this is where I keep all my sockets, right? I mean, I got all kinds of different sizes, 5, 13 sixteenths. I got freaking a 15 sixteenths for whatever reason. Obviously, you gotta have the 1930 seconds. I got that just in case I need it. Forgot to tell you that right now. 9/16s. I have an assortment. I got a swivel up here. I got the extension, the mini extension there. 1/2 inch. I got some long, long sockets, short sockets. Basically, anytime I need a socket, just anytime I didn't have one, but I needed a certain size, it goes right in here after I'm done using it. That's basically how I acquired this toolbox. Anytime I needed something and I didn't have it, once I get it and I'm done with it, it goes right back in here. So this is just going to be, 1930 seconds. I still have no idea why I needed this, but at one time it came in handy, so it's in here. And the rest of the tools are going to pretty much follow suit. This side I don't have anything in yet because frankly the flappy door on the top isn't very strong, so I didn't want anything to fall out. So this is just a cheap Menards toolbox. Usually I use cardboard boxes until they kind of fall apart on me. I actually upgraded to the toolbox. This is high-tech stuff for me. Normally I'm way more low-tech than this. Alright, delving inside here now. Just all that out of the way. So, what do we got in here? Got a big flathead screwdriver. Oh, we got snips, right? Obviously ratchet. You gotta have that. Nice, power torque. For whoever cares what brand it is. Got one of these doohickeys. And you might notice I had to file that smaller, dimensionally like this. I don't know why. I don't remember why, but Got a 1/2 inch, just normal wrench. I got a smaller flathead. I got a Phillips right there. Needle nose, gotta have that. I have a second 1/2 inch. You never know when you might need a second one, Probably the worst vice grips you could possibly get. I got them though, just in case I need them. Cute little guy right there, flathead. Also had to grind the tip a little shorter for whatever reason. 9/16, obviously. As long as you have a 1/2 inch and a 9/16, most jobs are going to be fine. As long as you're working on the right stuff. Obviously, I got a bigger Phillips, just in case the smaller one didn't work. This is probably my favorite screwdriver, actually. This little tiny guy. I use this one for carburetor tuning and stuff like that. Works really good. Yet another Phillips. You can never have too many of the exact same tool on hand. You just never know when you might need it. This guy. Got a 1/2 inch on one side and a 9/16 on the other. Very useful. Highly recommend getting one of those. Got some electrical tape. Not much, but you know, enough. Huh, that's it's from a switch. Don't need any of that anymore. Oh, I got a fancy 3/8. Fancy deal there. Oh, I got more switch parts in here. I don't know why oh, this little switch deal there again. And just various different size 7/16, 7/16, 9/16 again. I have a metric half inch. I have a 12, a metric 12. Wow. Yeah. I don't know why I have a metric, but I have a metric 14. Sometimes when you get bolts that are kind of stripped out a little bit, going to the next metric size can sometimes, you know, get a better grip on them. That's probably why I have them in there. And some heat shrink tubing for whatever reason. Well, that was the top bit. Now let's explore this bottom bit here. Why don't I bring you guys in a little closer? Alright, I got you guys down here right in the nitty gritty here. So obviously got a flashlight. Gotta have that. Got the old ball peen, you know, in case you need to whap something really good. You gotta have the adjustable, you know, wrench. The biggest one you can find because, well, if you need it, you know, it's a job. So, and this works really good for you know, the double wrenching there, right? Obviously the breaker bar, you know, the crazy long extension that always seems to come in handy more times than you'd think it would. Ah, there's my good vice grips. You have a crappy pair and a good pair. You know, you gotta have both. Zip ties. Now, here's a zip tie secret. You take a zip tie and you wrap your other zip ties. And whenever you pull one out, you just tighten it up. Keeps them in a nice bundle like that. That's your secret right there. Now, don't say I never show you anything. That's more valuable than anything else I've shown you so far. I got a, does this even work? Oh yeah, it still works. Torch. Big pliers. Your speed wrench, you know, in case you need to do something quickly. Big socket. That's for the crank socket. Spare oil gauge line in case the, you know, oil gauge line breaks, because I did have that happen to me, and it was no fun. Just random bits of extra wire with ends on them, because you never know. I've used that before. Trust me. PB blaster. Gotta have that. That's, what is that? 5/16. I needed it once, so there it went. Silicone. You know, never know. Wire stripper. You gotta have a U-joint just in case, you know. And obviously you gotta have a spare starter solenoid. Another extension, long extension. Ah, yep. It's my test light, tester. That's come in handy quite a few times. Make sure you have one of these. Another needle nose, just in case. Ooh, oh, there's my good 9/16. Been looking for that. I have just random bits of electrical stuff down here. Half of a tool, that's good for I don't know, digging, piercing, poking. I use it for stuff. More zip ties, obviously. You gotta have all the zip ties. 11/16 wrench. Various gauge plumbing parts. Marker. Loctite. Gotta have Loctite. Tiny, tiny little guy, because you never know when you'll need the tiny guy. 5/8. Gotta have your 5/8. Oh, there's the gauge. That's why I need. That's broken. I don't know why I have that in there. Allen for something specific. Oh, that used to be the Cutlass's water pump and alternator tensioner had an Allen to it. That's what that was from. Got lug nuts in case I need lug nuts for putting on a spare or something on the Mustang. If the Krieger goes out or something, I can put a steel back on it. And you gotta have the old buck knife. Gotta make sure that's in working order. Alright, so this thing even still sharp anymore after being rooted around in the bottom of... Oh yeah, sharp enough anyway. You guys want to learn how to sharpen a knife? It's not really automotive, but I've been wanting to do a video on knife sharpening. I feel like that would be, you know, something everybody should know how to do at least. Oh, a little sticky after being on the bottom of the toolbox for a while. Luckily, that's what you got the PB Blaster for, right? See? Fix the tools that you got in your own toolbox with the tools you got in it. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, there we go. That's all the crap that I carry around with me. Like I said, it's all just accumulated from whenever I need it, I get it and I put it in the box, because never know when I'll need it again. And like I said, this goes with me everywhere I go. Some people don't carry tools with them. I do, right? Because just, you know. Well, why don't you guys post what you guys carry around with you, right? Let's get some more videos coming. You know, I want to see everybody else's rig too. And with that, I'll catch you next time.